All right, I just want to say if at some point during this video you hear some weird like whistling noise, I apologize. I don't really know what that is. I keep making this video and it just pops up and then it annoys the crap out of me. So then I'm like, I have to redo the video. And then it happens again and again and again and again. And it keeps happening. So it's just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to make the video. And if it happens, it happens. If it annoys you, I'm sorry. You can get off the video, but I'm still going to make it. Anyway, it's been a while. So, yeah, I wanted to get this to you guys sooner, but just things kept popping up. So, that didn't happen. But I'm doing this now. So, I wanted to make this for a couple of weeks, but basically, the video that I'm talking about, or the topic that I'm talking about, is like early red flags that I ignored dealing with someone with BPD. So I only have a couple written down, and I have like other red flags in general, and I'm gonna make a separate video about that because that list is a lot longer. And again, that's just kind of like a separate thing. So I'll talk about the ones that I have written with regard to like the early like warning signs or whatever, early red flags. So I'm going to talk about those, and if more pop up just like while I'm like going through them, then I'll say that. But yeah, and I just want to also say that this is unique to my experience. Like obviously I'm not saying, "Oh yeah, if you deal with someone with BPD, they're going to show you this early red flag or this or this." Like obviously they're all different. There are some similarities between those with BPD, but again, unique to me. So just want to say that. All right, the first one, stalking me. So this one is interesting. So basically, like I said, if you've been following along with my videos, my ex and I were co-workers, right? We worked at the exact same place, and it was just one of those things where you're co-workers, you're acquaintances, you're not friends, you're just like hey, how are you? Oh, good. What's new? Like those type of things, right? It's like small talk, but again, it doesn't really go anywhere. You don't have like deeper conversations. So that's how it was for a little bit, for like probably like a year, like a little over a year. And then there was like this party after work, and I was there, and so was my ex or my coworker at the time. And, I was just kind of doing my own thing, talking to my own people, doing whatever. And then my coworker came up and actually started talking to me. So I didn't like initiate anything. It was 100% this person, and was like really like chit chatty, like typically doesn't act like that. And then I'm like, dang, like this person's like really talking to me. We're just talking about like random stuff. And, and then this is wild. Like, while we're talking, this person, coworker X, whatever you want to call it, is like, "Oh, like I know your middle name." And I was like, "What is it then?" And then said my middle name, and I was like, "Interesting. Like, how did you know that?" And um, like, I don't know if they said something at that point, but they're also like, "I know where you live. I know your address." And I'm like, "Okay, where do I live?" And they gave me like the information, and I'm like, "That's very bizarre, but how are you figuring this out?" And they're like, "Oh, well, I looked you up and all this stuff. And look, it's right here. And I'm looking up all these other people too." And I guess I didn't think of it like, is it weird? Like, absolutely, it's weird. Like, who does that? You know what I mean? But I guess it made it less weird just because this person was looking up other people as well. So it's like, okay, it's weird, but now that you looked up others, I guess you're not just stalking me. You know what I mean? So yeah, that should have been the thing that like completely like ended all of it, I guess, but it wasn't because I'm kind of dumb. But yeah, so that was very interesting, but that's like pretty much the only thing um that was like that I was stalked for, I guess. Like I can't remember um like anything else in specific that this person actually looked up. So that again, they told me like middle name, where I live, things like that. And just because like in the state I live, there's this website, it's called like voter records, and it can tell you like your address, oh yeah, like the year you were born, and then like your middle name, stuff like that. But yeah, so thought that was interesting, and I would definitely say that that's a red flag, looking back. But if you guys agree with me or don't agree with me, let me know. All right, the next thing, um, yeah, jealousy over small stuff. So there was an instance where, even early on, I remember, dang, maybe like literally, shoot, I don't even know, like a month and a half after just talking. So after like talking at this party, and we might have exchanged socials and stuff at this point, or maybe we hadn't yet. I can't really remember. Um, but there was jealousy even then. So I remember one time at work, um, I was talking with this person, this coworker, because we're trying to get in to know each other, all that stuff. Like, tell me about your day, the fun stage, right? And then something else like grabbed my attention or whatever, so I had to like focus on this other thing. And like this is insane, but like even like looking back at it, like my ex was acting a certain way. Like you could see like, I mean, naturally, I guess you're gonna be sad if, like, the person you like and you were talking to just has to do something else at that moment, but, like, just looking at this person's face, it was just, like it seemed kinda, like, stone cold, like, it's hard to describe, but, like, I don't know, that they were just, like, staring blankly, and you could see, like, that this person was clearly upset by the way that, like, their face looked, right? So, yeah, it just very odd, you know? So, yeah, that was interesting, for sure. But like, so that was like the first instance, right? But further down the line, and I guess this could have gone into like my other list of like red flags, but overall, just jealousy. Like again, if I'm talking to somebody at work and it was like, well, why didn't you acknowledge me? Well, it's like the conversation doesn't pertain to you. Like, feel free to chime in. Like, you're with us as well. Like, you're allowed to talk. Like, I don't want to like stop you from talking, but if you don't feel comfortable with talking, like you don't have to, you know what I mean? So it was always like, well, why didn't you include me in the conversation and like all this stuff? Or like one time somebody gave me a hug, right? And after this person gave me a hug, my ex was like, I don't like that person. Like, I don't like that you hugged him, like all that stuff. And it's like, what is wrong? And they even like gave me like rules and they're like, well, I don't want you alone with this person in a room. I don't want you doing this or that. And it's like, really? Like, what do you think? Like, it was just a friendly hug, like a, hey, how are you type of hug, not like a, oh my gosh, like I'm sexually attracted to you type of hug. It's like it was just bizarre. You know what I mean? It's like, I let you hug your friends or coworkers, whomever, it doesn't matter, just give me a break. So that was also very weird. Um, the third thing that I mentioned right here is, yeah, after we exchanged socials, which was in like mid-December, it was the day before my birthday. I remember that. Um, so okay, first off, let me back up. So we had like this party where we actually started talking end of October. It was October 28th. And then we started talking a little bit more, during like November, early December. Um, like we'd actually hang out after work and just like talk for a little bit or talk for like 30 minutes up to an hour or something like that. Um, and then we exchanged socials mid-December and it was when was it? It was like January 23rd. Early January 20 something, whatever. Um, that's when my ex reached out, like, we were in the talking phase, right? My ex was like, "Yeah, this is gonna sound weird, but, I just wanna say that I love you, like, I'm sorry if that sounds weird, but, like, I like talking to you and all that stuff, and you make me feel, like, safe and comfortable, whatever." And, like, because I wasn't used to that, and this was, like, my first, like, real, um, I don't know, real thing where I was, like, super attracted to this person, like, because this person said, "I love you," like, super quickly, I was like, "Oh my gosh, like, this is amazing." I remember when I first read that, and, it just took my breath away. right? Like it felt so good. Sorry for the weird cut, by the way. Um, I just had to respond to something. But yeah, it felt so good, right? So I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like, so I was like happy and I was like, I love you too. It doesn't sound weird. Not at all. But like looking back, like a month after exchanging socials and what maybe like 2.5 months of talking, like and like yes, we were talking every day and stuff, but like still like that is pretty soon to be like, I love you because you don't fully know this person. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, that was definitely a red flag. At the time, I didn't even think it was, but looking back, it's like, yeah, like you don't know me. Like how could you love me? You love maybe how I make you feel, but I don't think you love me. Because I mean, in the beginning, this person is like, you're perfect. I love you. You have no flaws. But now, like if I ask this person, am I perfect? They'd be like, absolutely freaking not. You suck. Or they'd be like, if I asked them, do I have any flaws? They'd be like, yeah, everything about you is a flaw. So, that's how it ends up. Pretty crazy. Um, so yeah, that was the third thing. And then the fourth thing, I hope this doesn't like, I don't get a lot of like backlash for this, but I'm going to say it. Um, and it isn't this that is necessarily the red flag, but I think it was just other things pertaining to it. So, number 4, I wrote self harm and like suicidal. And the reason I wrote that is because this person, like, they didn't want me to tell anyone that they were experiencing this. So, the reason that I even found out about this in the first place was because we exchanged socials, we exchanged like Snapchats or whatever. And I remember my ex sent me like a picture like this, like head on the hand or whatever. And so I saw the arm and I saw the scars. And the next day I was like, you need to talk to me. Like right after that photo or that snap was sent to me, I was like, you need to talk to me tomorrow, like um, right in the morning. And I just want to talk to you. That's all I said. And so I remember we talked, and my ex was like talking about like suicide and self harm and started breaking down. And I said, show me the scars. Scars were shown. And I was like, it's okay. Like, I'm sorry you're going through this. Like, I'm going to help you through it. What do you want me to do? And I just really wanted to help this person. But my ex at the time was like, you can't tell anyone. Like, I don't want anyone to know. I think that was just a red flag because it's like, I should have told people. Like, I shouldn't have kept that to myself because it's like, if this person's hurting, like, people should help them, their friends, other coworkers, like I feel like I just kind of let it slide. And had I not done that, this person would have gotten help not only for that, but for other things that are going on in their life. So I could have helped them, but I didn't. So maybe that was a red flag with me and not necessarily with this person. But like also too, the reason I wrote this is like I don't necessarily know. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not saying people who struggle with self harm or suicide shouldn't be in relationships, but I feel like if you're struggling in that way and you're depressed, you're feeling all that, then you should work on yourself before like trying to become romantically involved with someone. And I know that it's hard to like cure depression or cure all of this, but I feel like if again, you go into a relationship and you're feeling all this, then that's just ultimately going to hinder the relationship. Or at least that's what I think. So, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But like, I don't know. That should have been enough for me to be like, I can't do this right now. Like, let's focus on you. Like, that's what I should have said. Instead of like still pursuing something out of it. But I don't know. At the time, also, too, I just felt like I could help this person. I just wanted to help this person in any way possible. And maybe that's why I didn't really have a whole lot of boundaries in the relationship, was because it's like I don't want this person to think I don't love them or self harm or suicide. Like, now I'm like, oh dang, like, was this being used against me all along? Like, that's the thought that comes into my head. Like, I don't know. It's hard to say, but looking back, you can't help but wonder, especially after everything that we gone through and all the lies, the deception, and all that stuff. Like, I don't know. And I'm not saying my ex completely faked it. I know for a fact my ex did not, because I saw the scars, and I knew the pain and the suffering that this person was going through, because I talked with them about it. But I don't know. I guess I should have steered clear of the relationship. But it is what it is. It happened for a reason. What can you do? But yeah, you guys, those are the ones that I had written down. So those are like the early um, warning signs or red flags, whatever you want to call them, with regard to BPD. And again, specifically with what I went through, not saying everyone goes through this, but yeah, so it was just specific to me. So yeah, let me know if you guys had similar experiences or whatnot. And I might make that other video, but someone just reached out to me, so they might want to do something. So if I don't make it today, I'll make it at some point. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. And yeah, again, let me know what you think, because I love to hear what you guys have to say. So yeah, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.